Namaste. I'm Shalini Nandkeolyar, and my very warm greetings from Kolkata, India. So first I would like to extend my gratitude to the Fertile Brains for this wonderful opportunities to be able to present a few of my poems here. I'm very grateful to Prasanna Kumar and Dr. Rupali Setkar for having me here. And it's the most humbling experience for me. And thank you everyone for giving your time to be able to listen to a few poems. So I really don't know what to speak much about myself, except that I've been writing poetry since a very young age. And I think over the years, my poetry has gone through several shifts, a metamorphosis of my changing states of being. And I've been very fortunate to be born into a family of writers and poets. Both my parents were very renowned poets. My mother, Shanta Sinha, used to write in Hindi. She has quite a few poetry collections and a novel, plus Kahani Sangrah to her credit. My father was the Vice Chancellor of Magadha University, and he too wrote in English, and several books published, and one of them being the iconography of time from the Writers' Workshop. So I say, I think lots of, it's their genes which I think flows through me as I realize more and more as I go on with my writing. I just feel that especially in Hindi, I try to write in Hindi, I would say. And I think towards the end of the program, I think I would like to read some of my poems in Hindi, which is more or less a tribute to my mother. So as I said, my poetry writing has been more a very, very, what do I say, very private, very cloistered existence. And I think it's really mostly in the last couple of years that it's like come out, I think, into the open and seen the light of the day, so to say. And I really have not much to say, except that I think, you know, my poetry would be just, I think, as it unfolds towards the evening. And I just leave it to you. This morning, I was just thinking of what poetry is to me. So I just jotted a few lines. So there are so many people who define poetry and have written about poetry. But what appealed to me the most was Wordsworth, when he spoke of poetry as the spontaneous overflow of powerful feelings. And it takes its origin from emotions collected in tranquility. Because I can identify a lot with that. And I do feel about poetry being a kaleidoscope of color, a painting expressed in words, in verses. For me, it's been an outpouring of the soul. In essence, a crystal beads in the necklace of life's varied experiences that has had a deep impact and touched my heart. As I go on with this journey of my poems, I realize more and more how powerful thoughts are, and words and verses and poems, when they get translated into poems, I feel they have their own intrinsic power to woo, to alter, to transform, awaken the mind from the labyrinth of lulled stupor, apart from, of course, finer emotions and delicate emotions that we express. So may I just go on to my poems? And this poem written, I think, just a few days ago, when I just gave a little thought to why I write. So, or do I write? So this poem of mine, if I may begin, is Do I Write? So in rare moments of silence, when spirits soar beyond the conscious babbling of thoughts, I hear the dewdrops on the velvet grass. The breeze strums the harp. I hear your flute afar. The leaves gingerly rustle. The birds awaken me yet again from an unconscious slumber. When I'm done wandering like a fragmented cloud, done thinking I own your soothing blue skies, see you mirrored in the pristine lakes, I weep tears of melting joy into the ocean depths, aglow with pearls of tiny light. When the lotus opens, petal by petal, to reveal their innermost core, I walk into my inner temple where a glimmer of light bursts into a million suns, and the soul speaks. It's never that I write. Words are not words, but whispers from the void. So this is what poetry means to me. For me, poetry is an utterance of my soul. The next poem I would like to read is called Changing Seasons. Come, let me take you home to the sea of tranquility, where peace reigns supreme, where there is no coming or going, just being. The wind carries my tales to far off lands, quietly, silently. Hush, just listen, with ears deep in the center of your heart. The tiny seed was I, carrying the entire expanse of infinite possibilities, born and unborn, manifest and unmanifest. There was a subtle knowing. In the womb of boundless love, time unfolded. I grew secure in mother's tender nurturing, blessed with love immeasurable, for in her bosom I breathed. The sun kissed my leaves, I shone radiant, warm, content. The rains bathed me, dewdrops quenched my thirst. The birds sang sweet melodies, and I danced. Ah, years went by, seasons changed as they must. Spring came, new leaves were born, flowers blossomed. Mother Nature donned her exquisite robe of myriad colors. Such indescribable beauty, I bowed in humble reverence. Summer's sweltering heat brought weary travelers under my green canopy. My heart would swell into an ocean of compassion. Let me soothe away your sorrows, your aching limbs. Let my leaves fan your burning faces with the occasional breeze. Partake of my bountiful fruits. It's yours in abundance. Some listened to my entreaties, appeased their hunger, moved on. Others tarried for a while, recounting their life's travails, their joys, their pains. I listened intently, their secrets locked deep within me. Autumn transformed me into gold, rust, and orange, colors of renunciation. And there was a strange stillness, broken by the murmur of aging leaves, preparing for the wind to carry them away on their unseen lap of kindness. I smiled in meek acceptance. Heart echoed the timeless truth. That is how it is meant to be. Winter covered me yet again with her mantle of snow. I spread my arms to receive her alabaster gift with abject surrender. Grace cascaded. Alone now, for the birds bid adieu, but their joyful melodies resonated evermore. Storms raged, the wind whistled, rains lashed, but I rested fearless. For mother held me, for mother held me clasped into her comforting bosom of infinite mercy. Gently she whispered, "This too shall pass." For they are transient images, ephemeral prisms, emanating from the light of existence. Beyond is the truth. The next poem is called Whispers from Eternity. It's dark still outside. Within, a lamp burns still, steadily, unflickering, unwavering, in that comforting warmth of your eternal glow. An unearthly silence unfolds. I tread gently into the crisp moments before the fading darkness. The heady fragrance of pine trees, the soft rustle of leaves cascading down, an ethereal hush, your ever so soft footsteps, and the quickening throb of my heartbeat, a symphony of rising crescendo. I follow your footsteps of light, effervescent, my eternal beacon, my heart's incessant yearning, my ageless longing. And the veil lifts bit by bit over the haze of purple silhouettes. And the sun pours its soft crimson tint on the blushing skies. A rainbow of colors dance on the pristine peaks, your immortal color beneath these canopies of ever-changing colors, reflections on purity. The chirping birds, like the tinkling of anklets, joyous magic of dawn's awakening. You take me yonder to these mystic mountains, Kedarnath, Badrinath, Nanda Devi, magnificent abode of the gods, immutable, immovable, lofty, incomparable sentinels of exquisite beauty, incomparable sentinels of exquisite beauty. I stand transfixed in a timeless trance of inexplicable beatitude, a tiny speck in your infinite creation. I close my eyes in a vain attempt to imprint these celestial images in my heart's canvas for all times, to possess that which is impossible to possess, for only in this renunciation can you be. The soul whispers, just be. Be these mountains. Be these mountains, a silent witness. Be the sun that rises and sets unfailingly. Be the infinite sky, untainted and pure. Be the earth, her eternal loving arms. This poem actually took birth when we had gone to Missouri for a wonderful trip. And the morning we were awakened at dawn by the chirping of birds at this beautiful haven that we stayed. And these mountains were right before our eyes, unveiling as the sun came up, slowly but surely. So, giving birth to this poem that I just read. This poem again is about a droplet of water. Buried in the sand or at the river's edge, a tiny droplet of water. Listen to the fascinating tales of the river's quiet journey, life's rocky turbulence, now and then a joyful calm. Unwinding forest terrain, the boats flying on its calm, heaving bosom. The rhythm of the oars, splash, 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 keeping a mesmerizing beat with the boatsman's haunting song. The warmth of the sun's golden rays seeping through the sand, at times raging storm and racking winds. Through it all, the river knew only to constantly flow on its committed destination, home to the mighty ocean. The tiny droplet heard it all, and time went by in rapt contemplation, in silence, in solitude, waiting, yearning. Clouds appeared and lightning struck one day. Rain came down in sheets, touched the parched droplet, and carried it into the river's waiting bosom to flow to the journey's end, home to the infinite ocean. The next poem I'm about to read is called The Eternal Witness. It's very dear to my heart, and as I read it, I hope that you like it. Let me hold each moment of joy that unfolds. The way the river holds the skies of crimson and gold, resplendent hues of the setting sun on its crystal calm waters. A moment's reflection, the moment of stillness that becomes eternity, seemingly. The moment passes and the many glorious hues of amber, rust, orange fade into oblivion as the sun slips behind the purple mountains. The river mirrors the sky, now dark gray, muted shades of fleeting shadows. Let me embrace the moments of tribulations, life's passing mirage of joys and sorrows, like the water in my cupped palms, knowing it will trickle away, like sand in the hourglass. Deep down, the river flows, unaffected, unattached, serene, blissful. Let me be the river eternal, transparent, pure, unaffected, unattached, the timeless witness. Can I intersperse this with a little bit of some poems in Hindi? They are not very long poems, short ones. And this basically is written, it's more like a tribute to my mother. So here goes. जिंदगी की रफ्तार, जिंदगी तो चलती है अपनी रफ्तार से, जिंदगी तो चलती है अपनी रफ्तार से, हम कहाँ चलते सही रफ्तार से, हम कहाँ चलते सही रफ्तार से, वरना आंसुओं की सौगात होती, ना सुख की मृग तृष्णा, ना बिछड़े लोगों का विरह, ना अपनों का मोह, ना नदी के दो किनारों पर चलते अजनबी से हम सफर, ना नदी के दो किनारों पर चलते अजनबी से हम सफर। किसे कहूँ रह गुजर, किसे समझूं अनजान, एक ही सूत्र में पिरोया है सब, एक ही सूत्र में पिरोया है सब में वो विद्यमान। किसने तय की है ये गति, ये मुकम्मल रफ्तार, किसने तय की है ये गति, ये मुकम्मल रफ्तार। बावरा मन, हमारी आकांक्षा, हमारी निजी गतिशीलता, समय की परिभाषा तो वो जो मन बुद्धि से परे निराकार परब्रह्म, समय की परिभाषा तो वो जो मन बुद्धि से परे निराकार परब्रह्म। अगली कविता चुटकी भर चांदनी। लहरों की मचलती सतह पर अटखेलियां करती मुट्ठी भर चांदनी, लहरों की मचलती सतह पर अटखेलियां करती मुट्ठी भर चांदनी, मनमोहिनी थिरकती जगमगाती चकाचौंध, मनमोहिनी थिरकती जगमगाती चकाचौंध, उन्हें पकड़ने की निरर्थक प्रयास उम्र बीत गई, उन्हें पकड़ने का निरंतर प्रयास उम्र बीत गई। तेरे चांद से अनभिज्ञ, तेरी शांत स्थिरता से कोसों दूर, तेरी चांद से अनभिज्ञ, तेरी शांत स्थिरता से कोसों दूर, कोहरे की नर्म रेशमी धूंध में आजीवन बंधी, कोहरे की नर्म रेशमी धूंध में आजीवन बंधी, नटखट लहरों की श्रृंखला कहाँ रुकती, नटखट लहरों की श्रृंखला कहाँ रुकती, हथेलियों में चकमा देकर फिसल जाती, उंगलियों की दरारों से, हथेलियों में चकमा देकर फिसल जाती, उंगलियों की दरारों से। तलाशती रही सागर की विशालता चंद बुलबुलों में, तलाशती रही सागर की विशालता चंद बुलबुलों में, एक बूंद भी हाथ न आई, तलाशती रही सागर की विशालता चंद बुलबुलों में, एक बूंद भी हाथ न आई। आप मिले रोशनी के अथाह समंदर, कमल नयन शांत सुस्थिर कोमल विशाल, करुणा रस सिंधु मेरे, खेवनहार मेरे, कहीं दूर नहीं, हृदय मध्य हर सुप्रकाशमान, हृदय मध्य हर सुप्रकाशमान, आत्मानुभूति अपार सौंदर्य राशि, सत्यम शिवम सुंदरम। ये अगली कविता सब्जियों का ठेला। मैंने रूपाली जी के एक पोस्ट पे से तस्वीर देखी थी, तो उसी के ऊपर वही एक प्रेरणा सूत्र बन गई और वही उसी पे हमने एक ये कविता लिख डाला। सब्जियों का ठेला। बाजार के कोने में बिल्कुल अलग सा तुम्हारी ताजी सब्जियों का आकर्षक ठेला, गोल चम्मच से बैंगन मटर, आंखों को सुकून पहुंचाने वाली, हरे पालक, लाल लुभावने टमाटर, मूली गाजर आलू के ढेर, उन सब्जियों को अभी अभी तोड़ लाई हो जैसे, आहा, और मोल भाव करते ग्राहक। और इस हरियाली मध्य तुम्हारा उदास वीरान मुरझाया सा चेहरा, थकी आंखों में वेदना के सैलाब, सूखी टहनियों से हाथ, खुश्क होठ, जाने कितनी तकलीफ छुपाए बैठी तुम। हजारों सवाल के जवाब ढूंढती रही मैं तुम्हारी मायूस झुर्रियों की लकीरों में। बहुत महंगी है तुम्हारी सब्जियां, कौन खरीदेगा? आंखें भरने लगी हमारी, कैसे करते हैं ये लोग मोल भाव। ये ऐशो आराम में रहने वाले लोग, कैसे करते हैं ये लोग मोल भाव। ये ऐशो आराम में रहने वाले लोग, क्या कभी नहीं बदलेगी इनकी मनोदशा? सहसा तुम्हारे चेहरे पर एक नर्म सी मुस्कान खिल उठी। माँ जी क्या दूं? भाव विभोर मैं घर लौट आई, ढेर सारी सब्जियां और तुम्हारी सहनशील मुस्कान लिए हुए। भाव विभोर मैं घर लौट आई, ढेर सारी सब्जियां और तुम्हारी सहनशील मुस्कुराहट लिए। एक आखिरी कविता, गुफ्तगू। काश तुम्हारी बातें मुझे समझ में आती, ये सुकून भरी गुफ्तगू, ये छलकता स्नेह। काश तुम्हारी बातें समझ में आती, ये सुकून भरी गुफ्तगू, ये छलकता स्नेह। तुम्हारी नर्म मखमली नन्ही बाहें, ये निस्वार्थ माँ का दुलार। तुम्हारी नर्म मखमली नन्ही बाहें, ये निस्वार्थ माँ का दुलार, हृदय की सूक्ष्मता को हौले से स्पर्श कर गई हो जैसे, आहिस्ते से मन को सहला दिया हो जैसे। ओ नव विकसित कोमल कली, तुम गुमसुम खामोश निर्विकार, कैसे कर लेती अपलक इंतजार। ओ नव विकसित कोमल कली, तुम गुमसुम खामोश निर्विकार, कैसे कर लेती अपलक इंतजार। यही समय, सही समय पर पूर्णतः खिल उठोगी, तुम्हें सब ज्ञात है ना। सही समय पर पूर्णतः खिल जाओगी, तुम्हें सब ज्ञात है ना। कहाँ से आता है ये अनोखा ठहराव, कहाँ से आता है ये अनोखा ठहराव। सब्र, संवेदनशीलता, आत्मविश्वास। मैं तो भटकती रही माया की भंवर में, चंद फिसलती खुशियों के पीछे। मैं तो भटकती रही माया की भंवर में, चंद फिसलती खुशियों के पीछे। समेट न सकी बिखरे मन की चंचलता, समेट न सकी समेट न सकी बिखरे मन की चंचलता। थकने लगी इन चाहतों के, थकने लगी इन चाहतों के कभी न खत्म होने वाले काफिलों से। जी चाहता है तुम्हारी शांतता की आगोश में सो जाऊं, तुम्हारे पवित्र स्थिरता में घुल जाऊं। कुछ खुशनुमा पल। कितनी बातें सीखने हैं तुमसे उम्र के इस ढलती पड़ाव में, कितनी बातें सीखनी है तुमसे उम्र के इस ढलती पड़ाव में। वक्त दौड़ने लगा है अब, वक्त दौड़ने लगा है अब, और धीमी पड़ने लगी हैं कदमों की रफ्तार। कितनी बातें सीखनी है तुमसे उम्र के इस ढलती पड़ाव में। वक्त दौड़ने लगा है अब, और धीमी पड़ने लगी हैं कदमों की रफ्तार। एक छोटी सी कोशिश इन कविताओं की। क्या पढ़ूं अब, आई थिंक वो समय भी since love is all our essence, so I will close this poetry. I think it's way past half an hour. And I'll just end this session with a poem on love. So I've called it Love. Was I not an atom once? Was I not an atom once in this cosmic dance of creation, propelled by love's intoxicating wine? Was I not an atom once in this cosmic dance of creation, propelled by love's intoxicating wine? The subtle, invisible thread of love, where the sky meets the earth. The subtle, invisible thread of love, where the sky meets the earth. Mountains that hold the gushing rivers. Mountains that hold the gushing rivers. Let them flow free and seeks no return. Let them flow free and seeks no return. Where nature expands her arms to encompass the sky. Where nature expands her arms to encompass all alike in an immortal bond of love. Where nature expands her arms to encompass all alike in an immortal bond of love, in her nurturing rain of dewdrops, in her nurturing rain of dewdrops. In the loving songs of dawn, in the loving songs of dawn, in the sun's comforting golden wrap of countless warm embraces, in the sun's comforting golden wrap of countless embraces, every gift, every breath, a gift of love, every breath, a gift of love. For sure, love is in the air. For sure, love is in the air. Thank you so much for giving your valuable time to listen to me. And once again, I'm really grateful and thankful to all of you. Thank you so, so much. My greetings, my soul's greetings and pranams to everyone. Thank you so much.